Get fast, reliable internet for any budget. Now, qualifying customers can get Xfinity Internet free through the Affordable Connectivity Program. That's right, free high-speed internet from Xfinity. And Internet Essentials customers can get equipment included at no extra cost. Get started today.
We change our minds every day. About 1 million things a day. This is no different. You can't be afraid to be wrong. You can't be afraid to say, you know what, I'm just going to rethink this thing. People are not dying getting the vaccine. I better rethink this thing. I'm going to go call my doctor and have a discussion one more time. It is okay to change your mind.
It's time to knock some things off your bucket list. First up, travel the world. If you've always wanted to visit Hong Kong or vacation in the Swiss Alps and wondered what it was like, well, Jeanette, Yvette, and Tina got the scoop for you. These Jet Setting Divas are always at some fun and exotic place experiencing the best of what life has to offer. And each week, they'll tell you all about it. These ladies are always high-flying loads of fun.
Hi, I'm Jeanette.
I'm Yvette.
And I'm Tina, and we are the Jet Setting Divas. Hey, ladies.
Hey,
Hello.
How's it going in the world of travel? It's been in the news, in the weather. It's everywhere. So, you know, what's going on? I mean, this has been some different times for me, I got to say.
Well, I will say that I've been seeing a lot of information about canceled flights. People are not able to get to where they are going.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you want to book a flight right now? Or do you know, what do you want to do?
Yeah. And what I've also seen is people, some of the airlines that didn't require you to go ahead and select a seat. If you don't select a seat, like doing your doing your purchase of the flight, you may be bumped from your flight. And that's another thing which is really, really new, especially with, you know, airlines like United, who, you know, you can pick your seat, you know, when you check in, or, you know, they'll assign you a seat. But now I guess maybe more people are buying tickets on those flights, and they're wanting you to purchase or purchase your seat or get a seat when you are purchasing the ticket, which
exactly
is crazy.
Yeah. So they're saying you're being bumped if you don't purchase your seat, if they overbook the flight. If the flight is overbooked, they will bump you. So, and especially if you book it through a third party also.
Wow.
Not directly with the airline.
And, you know, I think there have a lot of tactics that are going on, especially with like, you know, just the cost. And, you know, it used to be they would pay you to change. They'll give you those messages now. And they're like, no, if you even option to say I'll take money to change flights, you may even get bumped.
So I would say now that I'm an avid traveler, I've traveled a lot, and flights are higher now. I would say that as far as flying now, it's really not an option for me. What I'm looking at is more like road trips. I'm also looking at going on doing staycations. That's what I was looking at this week. I've got points at Hilton, so I thought about doing a staycation, or maybe just going somewhere that's not too far from here. Going up to Oklahoma. There's the casinos there you can go to. They've got a new pool there. So I think there's other things that we can do now to combat the inflation and still travel, but just travel in a different way.
Right.
Yeah. But I do see that they're still flying. I mean, I know we may make those options, but people are still getting out there and they're flying and they're paying those costs. And I know another thing, you know, we were just talking, you know, with our producer, and she has a friend that went out and had an accident out of the country and purchasing insurance. And, you know, we have a lot of experience, you know, going out of the country and ensuring that we have insurance, especially because their healthcare is not like the healthcare in the US. So you have to definitely make sure that that's another piece that's adding on to the cost of your tickets, depending on where you're going.
So I would say when I went to Belize, they required you to actually have insurance that covered your health insurance.
Yeah.
If you caught COVID, if you had to go to the hospital, your insurance was a part of it wasn't just to cover the cost that you might incur if you weren't able to make it, but it was also to cover if you had to go into the hospital, if you had to have any care. I don't know exactly how much it would cover, but it did provide some, and they wouldn't even let you in the country if you didn't have that insurance. So it's something that people need to look at now. I would say another thing, people are trying to fly, but they're just, to me, a lot of them are stranded in the airports. They're upset. You see them on the news. They can't get to different destinations they're missing events they need to go to. So I would say right now, flying has really gotten to be a trouble this summer.
People are missing weddings. They are missing funerals. They are missing time with family because flights are being canceled. And the reason why they're being canceled is because they don't have the staff. They don't have the pilots to fly the planes. They don't have the staff in the airports on the planes. It's crazy. It's like, I would recommend, if you're gonna just take a chance and book a flight, go ahead and buy some insurance.
And you have to buy that insurance when you purchase the flight, because every airline will offer the insurance. Unless you're gonna go out and you have a plan already. That's one of the things, because once you've purchased the tickets, you can't go back and get the insurance. And that's what I was saying, Jeanette, about the cost of the ticket is going up because you purchase your insurance, that healthcare, that insurance at the same time that you're purchasing your ticket. That could be up to, $50, $60, $70. But if you are that person that maybe went out and purchased your own individual plan, that's one thing. But if you got to purchase it, you got to purchase it with your ticket, and the cost, it can go up to $100 more on your ticket.
We've seen it's cheaper, Yvette. You might can talk a little bit about it, because I know you set it up for us. It was cheaper for us to go out and get our own plan.
You don't have to
the airlines.
You don't have to purchase it at the same time that you buy the ticket.
You don't have to, but what I'm saying is that you have to. If you're not that person that's going to go and get your own insurance, your only option to get the insurance is then and there.
Okay, so like, just say for instance, you're going somewhere and you don't buy the insurance at the time that you buy the ticket. So if you just say, okay, well, I'm just going to wait and I just want to see what the market look like or what's going on or whatever, they give 7 days prior to you traveling to actually buy insurance. So you don't have to buy what the airline is offering you. You can actually go and just like search other companies or whatever and purchase insurance. But it is a time frame prior to you leaving. So,
but I mean, if you're not a frequent traveler, if you're not a frequent traveler, I would say, you need to look at the option to buy the insurance with your ticket, unless you are definitely going to do that research, because not everyone is looking, going to be like, I'm going to go and look and take that 5-7 days to look. So I was just saying, as a suggestion, don't bypass getting the insurance while you're in the purchase process, because it may be beneficial if you're, to make sure that you're covered. You can't cancel it, but you can definitely get it.
But again, it's really not hard, because when I was getting it when I went to Belize, I went online, and I had never really, Yvette had purchased it for us when we went to Turks. I went online, I did a search for travel insurance. There's 2 or 3 large sites within the United States you can get insurance. Yeah. You can get it to cover everything from your food to your flight to your
luggage
from the airport. So I would definitely say just do a Google search on travel insurance. It was really simple, and I was able to get it, and I had to have it for some countries. So I would say as a rule now, we should definitely get it, even if the country that we're going to doesn't require it. Should let us, our producer, her friend would have been covered if she had gotten that insurance before she left, especially going somewhere all the way to Bali or anywhere international. Definitely get, that's been our standard. The insurance.
Another thing is I've heard them say, like, if you're going to travel, because a lot of flights are being canceled, like if you are supposed to be there like Wednesday, go ahead and fly Tuesday. Give yourself a day ahead of time to get there. So if you have to rebook or jump on another flight, you have time to get there, because you don't know. Don't try to just say you're going on a cruise and the cruise is going to leave, like at 4:00 and you're going to fly in that morning. Don't do that. Fly in the day before, or if you're going to a wedding, fly in the day before or 2 days before, just in case that flight is, because they're canceling a lot of flights. They don't have the people to we already know. We sat on a plane for 4 hours looking for a pilot to
waiting for somebody to come.
Well,
and I mean, here, even in Dallas, Southwest airline pilots and staff said they are tired of saying, I'm sorry. So they were pretty much picketing because they want better service for themselves, because they've been kind of the front line for the airline and they have been getting beat up, and they want more money, better respect. They want a lot more, than just, the funds. They want everyone to know that, we're providing a service and we're short staffed and we've still been doing the job. So I definitely believe that, we have to, I almost say like the nurses, we're gonna have to pay attention, because either we're gonna be paying more or getting worse service.
Right. I saw a flight attendant. She said, if your drive is 7 hours or lower, just drive. Don't even book a flight. Don't even try to book a flight, because there's problems. Just drive.
They also advise that if you're going to fly on the first flight of the morning. That way, that first
early in the morning
is probably going to go out. If not, you can't make that first flight, you might be able to get on a second flight, but don't try to do a later flight in the evening, because it's highly likely that you'll just be sitting at the airport.
Yeah. And I would say, you remember when we went to Turks and Caicos?
Flight is canceled.
Yeah. You remember when we went to Turks and Caicos, we had a connecting flight and one of our flights was canceled. So another thing is also keep in mind that if you have a flight, your flight to your destination may still be in place. Your connection may get canceled. So what are your other options? And also kind of keeping in mind that you may need to, be prepared to buy tickets for another flight to get to your connecting flight, if that works. I don't know, lots of other options, but this has been a nightmare if you're not a avid traveler, I have to say.
And we even thought about driving. We had gotten that desperate that we wanted to go on the trip. So we were going to drive.
We were going to drive to get to our flight if we had to, and I think we had enough time.
We were going to drive all the way to where
Florida. We was going to go to Miami, Florida.
Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale.
But we were going to do it.
Because gas prices was way cheaper then too.
They were. We were ready to get in the car and go.
And so another thing flight attendants are asking is if you would just be nice.
Yes.
Stop being mean because because you know what? When you are nice to people, you can get what you're asking for.
You sure are. We know that.
Right. Because when you're being mean and have an attitude, guess what?
They don't want to help you.
Nothing. They don't want to help you. You are going to get nothing. Know that we walked up into our airline and we were nicely telling them about some of the problems we were having with the airline. And what did we get?
Yeah, a lot. We got a lot. We got some food,
nice flight credits. We still got those credits. We got flight credits. We got food vouchers to go and eat in the airport. Just be nice to people. Don't be mean, ugly.
Yeah.
And that's both in person and online. I mean, I know that sometimes you may wait. I think I waited an hour for an airline to call me back because I needed to make a change. And I tell you, the lady started off the conversation with, I don't think I can do that. It's going to be more. And I was just saying, I really enjoyed flying this airline. I just gave her the sugar. I put it on thick. Before long, that lady found me a flight and I didn't have to pay the extra cost because she was like, oh, no problem. I figured out a way to get you to, because, sometimes, they say, put some sugar in it, that vinegar, you need to be very nice, because I'm telling you, people, just like we want customer service, they also want customer service. They want people to, treat them with respect, as well. So I definitely get it.
And these people are overworked, they're understaffed. So, I mean, just like we're facing these situations at our job, they're facing the same thing. And while you want to get to where you're going, you can at least be nice to them while they're helping you get there. So they're just trying to do their job. So again, we saw where if you be nice and you talk to people and you let them know whatever situation you're having, even while you're flying, if you're nice with the flight attendants, we've got free cocktails, we've got all kinds of things. If you're just nice and you're friendly with people.
Yeah. You know, and I know they always greet you when you get on the plane and they greet you when you leave. And I've watched people who just didn't even acknowledge them. They just went on down the road and got in their seat and left. And, and I think that makes a difference, because then they're like, you want to be appreciated regardless of where you go. So I don't know. Hopefully that, people will begin to understand that, it's not getting them anywhere when they, act some kind of way.
Just be nice. Just be nice.
Yeah. So, and I guess the other thing that I'd say is they're having a shortage on pilots. I saw where the FAA is having like these mass recruiting, because where people wanted to be pilots and wanted to fly, they have a shortage, and between unions and just the hassle of being a pilot and all the restrictions and things that have been happening, they have a pilot shortage. So we definitely need to pay attention to that, because I want to know, how long is this flight school? How many hours? Because they flying us around. This is our lives. That's what I'm thinking.
Like we don't know who flew us from Seattle to San Francisco.
Yeah, we don't know if he just came from a wedding and been drinking and toasting. We don't know.
Exactly.
Well, see, there was a story recently that one of the pilots, there were two of them, and they both fell asleep. And so I guess it was on automatic. Both of them fell asleep. And so they were able to see that. And I thought, we're just flying a lot of times and we're sleeping and we're not aware of even what's going on. So I hope that the airlines begin to monitor more just for safety. Again, that's why I said kind of
just imagine those are experienced pilots, probably 30 years. We go get someone who just got out of school last year, or this year, and they don't have that in-air flight, and they've been, now they've taking a major airline across the country. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be like, I think they need to put those credentials as part of the, you're flying on the 747 and the pilot has been here for 10 years. I need some more information, I think.
And I'm always nosy. I look in that area to see, who is it? Is it a young person? What's the age? Are they in there looking like they're getting everything together? What is going on? So
because we just got a message today that said, a flight that came international into Miami had to be almost a crash landing. And I'm like, that seemed like something an experienced pilot would already know how to maneuver.
Well, I think it was the landing gear. The landing gear didn't. Yeah, the landing gear didn't stay. It shut down. It was something.
But I think and I have to wonder, somebody was supposed to check that.
Right.
Or even the people like beforehand that was working on it. Somebody, again, everybody is understaffed, everybody's worked, and people are they're just missing the ball. And you don't want them to miss the ball when you're flying. You would rather we recently, all of us, we've been on many different road trips, and we're normally flyers. We don't even like to get in the car and drive, but we're starting to drive because it's actually a safer option. We trust ourselves or whoever we're riding with better.
We think it is.
We think it is. It depends on who's driving, I guess, but we also just have to,
For some reason, I trust Tina.
She's a fast driver.
They keep telling me to drive, so I'm like, do they trust me, or they really just want to get there quickly?
Yvette, you can drive. I say, no, I'm about to just sit right here.
Yeah, Yvette is never going to drive. Jeanette is going to drive if she
co-pilot drive.
I'm just too tired or something like that. I don't think you drive in here. Yeah,
Daisy. I miss Daisy.
You miss Daisy. And I guess I like to drive, so I don't mind. And if you can handle, how I maneuver through things, we're gonna get there. Just gotta be patient.
She has to sit in the back and close her eyes. I'm more like good with speed demons, so I'm like, okay, I'm good with going fast.
Yeah. Hey, it's look. I'm glad y'all used to driving by now.
You get us there safely, so you job driving. So
oh, good. Thank you. I am going to get better.
You're not falling asleep, and we saw this week those 2 pilots fell asleep. So again, it may be a safer thing for us to do now, for us to just drive ourselves.
Yeah, and we just have to make sure, we've trusted people with our lives pretty much. When you fly, and I'm like, I think that with all of the things that are going on, social media, and people, just all of the communication and people with their phones, I definitely need to be paying more attention to who's getting me there. The bus driver, the train driver, I mean, everybody, conductors. I want to know, you okay? You okay to drive? Yeah, I want to make sure Tina's okay to drive. Are you okay to get us there?
Yeah, I got scared when I heard that both of the pilots had fell asleep.
Yeah. This is something, But I definitely think that the world of travel is definitely taking a turn, and hopefully that everyone's listening and paying attention and doing what works for them.
Absolutely.
Yep. All right, ladies, we had some good conversation going on here.
Good
travels. Yes, happy travels.
Yes, safe travels.
Right.
Well, I'm Jeanette.
And I'm Yvette.
And I'm Tina. And we are the Jet Setting Divas.
Safe travels, everyone.
Tune in next Thursday when the Jet Setting Divas will tell you about another fun destination spot that you'll want to visit. For more on their excursions, log on to ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com.
At Hy-Vee, we take pride in being part of the communities we serve. In 2021, we donated more than 14 million meals, and this year, we're committed to doing even more. For over 90 years, we've been the place that people turn in time of need, and we take that very seriously. That's why we're loading our semis full of food this week and making deliveries across the Midwest to help families this Easter. To join our effort, simply donate when you're at the checkout. Together, we can make a big difference for those in need.
Children's Minnesota, the leader in specialized healthcare for kids, is here to raise awareness, standards, the bar, the stakes, the question, the curtain. On raising kids' health to the highest priority, kids need equal access to healthcare, more pediatric expertise, a voice for change. Kids need us, all of us. So let's raise them up. Children's Minnesota, the kid experts.
For millions of Americans, the pandemic impacted our financial situations, and a lot of people lost their jobs. But that should not mean you have to lose your house if you can't pay for your mortgage. Listen, no need to feel ashamed if you missed a payment or 2 or 3, because there's a local organization that's willing to help you get caught up on those payments so you can keep your home. Let me tell you about the Minnesota Home Ownership Center. It's a nonprofit whose sole purpose is to prevent you from going into foreclosure. The Minnesota Home Ownership Center has a network of organizations around the state to review everything with you, explain your options, and then advocate for you to get the help you need. And get this, they won't charge you because it's all free. Check out hocmn.org or give them a call at 651-410-1086 to set up an appointment. You worked hard to get into that house. Let Minnesota Home Ownership Center help you stay in it.
All right, did you know I was the Mommy Slam Dunk Champion?
Really?
Yes, really don't sound so surprised.
Let's see it.
Oh, you're ready. All right, here we go. Let's hear the crowd. So go to right, go to left, fake them out. Mama, go up, mama!
She did it.
Again? You can't avoid gravity, but United Healthcare can help you avoid financial surprises by helping you compare costs and doctor quality ratings. United Healthcare.
Uh-huh.